Get your bowl because we're making dinner.
And we didn't forget dessert, but first up is chicken noodle soup.
Chicken soup?
Yeah, but this one you eat with chopsticks. Everybody Cook starts now. Welcome to Dierbergs Presents Everybody Cooks. Hi, I'm Barb.
And I'm Mary Ann Moore, and tonight I'm going to need you to step away from the plate. We're making dinner, but we're putting it in a bowl.
Now we're going to finish up tonight with dessert. I mean, of course, it's us.
Hello, we love dessert.
Yeah, we do. But first we want to make some chicken soup.
And then later, I'll be back with our Thai salmon noodle bowl.
Oh, that's going to be great. But let's get started cooking. Now, every culture has its own style of chicken soup, and tonight we're making Pho Ga, which is the Vietnamese style. And the thing you're going to really love is that while it's packed full of flavor, it's not too spicy. So I'm using bone-in chicken breast, and I'm using the Just Bare chicken because it has no antibiotics, no artificial ingredients. It's just good, clean, pure flavor. I want to season the chicken with some ground black pepper. And then I'm going to add a little olive oil to a preheated pan. I can put the chicken into the hot pan. I'll let it brown on both sides until it's nice and golden. And that's going to be the first of the layers of flavor in this soup. Once the chicken is brown, then you're ready to add some water. And I'm going to add some better than bouillon chicken base. Now, this is the low sodium version. It's a really easy way to add a lot of flavor to the broth. Just stir that in a little bit. I'm also going to add some fish sauce. Fish sauce you'll find in the international aisle at Dierbergs, and it's really kind of like the Asian version of Worcestershire. It's a very salty condiment, and so it doesn't take very much to season the soup. I also want to add some onion for flavor, and we're just going to cut that into large wedges. And we're also going to add some fresh ginger root. Now you buy this in the produce department and it's very distinctly different from the ground ginger you buy in the jar. You can't substitute one for the other. I'm just going to take a spoon and I can scrape away that outside skin. Now just cut that into some coins and we'll drop that in the pot for some nice peppery flavor. Now we're ready to add the spices. I'm going to add 2 sticks of cinnamon. I also have some whole cloves, some coriander seed, and some star anise. Star anise is another classic Asian ingredient. It adds a nice sweet licorice flavor. Now, I really love using the whole spices, but in the magazine we also give you the option of using Chinese 5-spice powder. It's really convenient and it's cost effective if you want to do that. Now the last thing we want to add to the pot is the stems from a bunch of cilantro. So I'll cut the stems off. I'm going to save the tops. That's going to be used for a garnish a little later. Put that into the pot, and this is going to simmer for about 30 minutes. I really wish that you could just take in all these aromas because the combination of ingredients might sound a little bit unusual to you, but it's really good. Now the other main ingredient in this recipe is some Thai rice noodles. Those also are available in the international aisle and you can buy them either thick or thin. And this is really cool, you don't even have to cook these. I'm just going to pour some very hot water right over the noodles and then they just need to soften for about 15 or 20 minutes. Once the chicken is nice and tender, you can strain the broth and put it back into the pot. Now those whole vegetables and spices have done their job, so you can just discard those. Then you want to take the chicken and remove it from the bone. Now you can use 2 forks, and you can just pull it apart into nice large shreds. And then the chicken is going to go into the pot so that it stays nice and warm. And now you're ready to serve. So here's the really fun part about making this whole soup. We're going to start by taking some of those Thai rice noodles. We'll put them right into the bottom of our bowl. We can ladle the broth and the chicken right over the top. It's so fragrant, it's wonderful. And now here's where you can actually kind of duplicate a Vietnamese restaurant experience right in your home. You can set out a board with all of the different toppings that you want to put on the soup and let everybody customize their own. So we have out here, we have some cilantro, some mint, and some basil. I'm going to put a little bit of all of those onto the soup here for some great flavor. We have some bean sprouts that'll add a little bit of nice crunch. Green onions for a little bit of extra zip. And if you want a little bit of heat, some jalapeno slices would be nice. However many you want. And for the final bright, fresh flavor, we have just a squeeze of lime. Put that right over the top. And everyone makes it exactly the way they want it. It's really a great way to serve this soup. Now, if you want to eat it in more authentic Asian style, you can use chopsticks to eat the chicken and noodles, and then you just slurp the broth. It's really good. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Mary Ann's ready to make another meal in a bowl, so don't go away.